First on the Gulf Coast with breaking news and weather. Fox 10 Live starts now.
Welcome into Fox 10 Live, everyone. I'm Shelby Myers. So glad to have you here with us on this Tuesday. Yeah, you heard that right. It is a Tuesday, but the South Alabama Jags football team is on a national stage tonight as they take on the Arkansas State Red Wolves. Our Dacian Smith is live outside of Hancock Whitney Stadium with a preview of tonight's game. It's kind of weird, Dacian. It's a Tuesday night. You're not used to playing football on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, it's a little weird, huh? I'm used to Thursday night, Friday night, of course, Saturday night football, but these midweek Tuesday games have kind of been somewhat of a yearly tradition for South Alabama. Of course, we had the battle for the belt last year. Now it's another Sun Belt Conference matchup against Arkansas State. While this one may not be a rivalry game like Troy, it's still an important one as South Alabama looks to kind of turn their season around and kind of make that push for the Sun Belt Conference championship and, of course, bowl eligibility. South Alabama is 1-5 on the season, but they do still have some of their goals ahead of them. Of course, they're wanting to get back to a bowl game. They've won their last two. They've been the last 3 years straight, so they'd love to get back this year. Those goals are still in reach, but they are going to have to turn things around quick, and this is a great game to start with. Now, of course, Arkansas State, don't let their record fool you. They're sitting at about 2-4. They're also 1-1 in the Sun Belt as well. But don't let their record fool you. Don't let their stats fool you. This is going to be a tough one. Arkansas State actually did beat South Alabama last year when Jalen Rayner, their quarterback, went off for over 300 yards. That's something South has talked about this week. They haven't forgotten about it, and they're hopeful that with a couple extra days to prepare, they'll be in pretty good shape for tonight's game. Of course, like you mentioned, it's that national showcase, one of the only college games in the entire country going on tonight. So, of course, a lot of eyes are going to be on the South Alabama Jaguars. They've really focused on being more aggressive, especially on the offensive end, kind of playing some of that complementary football with their defense, having played pretty solid over the last couple games, kind of keeping them in some of the ball games. They want that offensive intensity and aggression to match that and go ahead and put up points. So it's going to be pretty interesting. Like I said, they've had a couple of extra days to get ready for this one since the Troy game. So it's going to be interesting to see how fast they can start and if they can keep that going up. But, of course, I'm going to have more on this game throughout the next couple of hours as we get closer to kickoff, which is at 6:30. We're expecting more tailgaters to show up here over the next few hours as people get off work, get ready to come out to tonight's matchup. But I'll actually check back in with you in about 10 minutes or so with a pretty special guest to help break down this matchup between South Alabama and Arkansas State. Shelby?
All right, thank you so much, Dacian. The weather looks beautiful out there. Nice little breeze to help us out on this warm afternoon. If you are heading to the game, though, maybe take a picture of the awesome sunset tonight. All you have to do is go to our Fox 10 weather app, which is free in the App Store. Scroll all the way down in the app, press the submit your pics and videos, answer a few questions. It's just simple as that. Only takes a few seconds out there. Let's take a live look outside right now. Current conditions on our all-in credit union camera showing downtown Mobile, those crystal blue skies, 84 degrees, definitely a little on the warmer side. We are above average right now, but still feels great out there because we have those dry conditions. Dew points are not adding on to our humidity levels. Temperatures right now, 84 degrees in Mobile, 84 in Gulf Shores, 83 in Navarre, 87 in Crestview, 87 in Evergreen, 83 in Calvert, and 85 in Lucedale. Here's a look at our dew points right now. This tan shading basically is telling you you are not going to feel any sweat drip down your back. You're not really going to feel any humidity. Not much moisture being measured in the atmosphere. A lot of us are in that dry category, some of us in that pleasant category as well. That's going to stay pretty consistent throughout the day today. Over the next 5 hours, though, sunny skies, 86 degrees by 4 o'clock, 79 degrees by 6, which is perfect weather for kickoff for the South Alabama Jaguars game. Then we have clear night skies overnight, 70 degrees by 8 o'clock. Muggy meter shows over the next 10 hours. We're going to stay consistently dry. We may start to creep up into that pleasant category, but either way, it's not going to affect our humidity levels out there. So perfect conditions for some football on your Tuesday night. Kickoff is 6:30 tonight at Hancock Whitney Stadium. South Alabama Jaguars are taking on the Arkansas State Red Wolves. 79 degrees by kickoff. Plenty of sunshine by halftime. Clear skies, 70 degrees. By the end of the game, we'll be at 67 degrees. So a little warm out there, but luckily with this dry air, it's not going to feel terrible. It's going to be great out there. Maybe we want a light jacket tonight. We'll be dropping to the 60s for tonight's forecast. Another cool and crisp night out there with a 0 0% chance for rain. One thing I did want to point out, a rip current risk is going to be high this weekend. So if you're planning to make it to the beach, maybe avoid the water, maybe enjoy the coastal festivities, whether going shopping, to the pool, whatever the coast may have, just maybe avoid our Gulf Coast waters. One thing I did want to point out, we have this high right here that is increasing our temperatures. That's why it's a little warm this time of year, definitely above average. Well, that's going to start to weaken because this trough right behind it, that is actually dominating it. So it's weakening that high pressure system. That's bringing a front to our area. So actually we are going to see rain chances this weekend because of that. It's bringing us a front. So we got to get through these hot temperatures first. Average this time of year is around 80 degrees. We're definitely well up in the upper 80s through most of this week. Then we get into the mid 80s going into this weekend. But here's a look at our rain chances over the next 7 days. We're going to have zeros because of how dry it is, but 20% chance on Saturday and then a 60% chance on Sunday. Hopefully Sunday will help us out with our drought-like conditions. But for now, we're going to stay warm out there and dry for the most part until we start to see that moisture come back this weekend. So that's when we start to see our temperatures go slightly close to average, but we'll still be above average until that front moves through, bring us more cooler and drier air. You can see temperatures in the lower 80s by next week.
Okay, I like this pattern. We're in the fall-like temperatures here, finally, on the Gulf Coast.
Right, it was so hot this summer. Definitely a nice break for once, but it doesn't feel like fall, but we'll take what we can get, right?
That's right. For us, it kind of is our fall, so
we'll take what we can get along the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll drop down a little bit more as we go on through our
Yes.
fall-like months.
Absolutely. All right, it's your story time. You guys send us great pictures and videos, and we share them right here on Fox 10 Live. Brad Carlton sends us Jupiter and the moon over the ocean in Miami Beach this morning.
That is awesome.
That's so
my
cool.
Goodness. How do you, I always wonder, the people that are so into space and all of that, how they just know, you know? I mean, I have a few family members. One of my, I think he's my third cousin. He's into this stuff. He actually posts it all over Facebook. And I'm like, how do you just know, where to, point the telescope or where everything's at, you know?
It's their hobby. They look into it and they just know. And then people like you send us these great pictures of it. So very cool shot. And we don't always get a picture from Miami.
No, this is a first for me.
Yeah, me too, I think. So it must be on vacation there. Thank you for sending that in. Nonetheless, that's very cool.
This next one is from Frank, the calm after the storm. Ooh. That is absolutely gorgeous out there, those clouds, and then you got that rainbow as well.
That looks like a picture. It almost looks like it has a filter thrown onto it, just to add some depth.
It does.
Clouds.
I also want to know if this is from our area or not. Maybe if it's taken recently, definitely not, because we've not seen rain in about a week or so, but it's definitely gorgeous. I love that rainbow. Definitely illuminating with those colors there. And you can see a little bit of the rain too in the background.
Very cool shot. Alexandra Ballard sends us this, facing Estrella Mountain, and this is in Arizona.
Okay, so I'm gonna guess that last one was probably from Arizona.
Maybe
too. So because this one also kind of gives the same vibes as well. Absolutely beautiful as well. Look how low those clouds look too on top of it.
Yeah.
These pictures always make me happy. Besides sunset and sunrise photos, like y'all know, of course the storm photos make me extra happy.
Yes, and it's really cool to get to see pictures from different states.
This next one is from Schween. Good morning from Chambers, Arizona.
Another Arizona shot there. Very, very cool. Looks like a fire in the sky and smoke, but that's clouds and the sunrise. Because they said good morning,
It said good morning,
yeah.
yes. So yeah, that looks exactly how you pictured it. I'm guessing they've had some stormy weather over there, which explains the two photos we just saw and the cloud coverage in this photo as well. You got those lingering low-level storm clouds there. Definitely gorgeous out there. I might have to make a trip over to Arizona with how many photos we get. If you don't know, there's a Fox 10 in Arizona as well, so we get a lot of viewer photos over there. But it's always cool seeing weather in different locations.
Yeah, a lot drier climate typically over there. They have, the desert, but obviously they've been getting rain and we've been dry over here lately.
We need to switch. We still have a drought.
Yes, we are in a little bit of a drought. So. All right, the final picture we have for you today is from Jerry Quinley. This is Khaleesi.
Aww.
I love that name.
I love that name. I'm trying to see what's on the hat.
Grad. It's got a little grad cap.
Maybe they graduated puppy school or dog training.
Or maybe they're there to support their, human sibling or cousin or something.
I love that. I'm
graduated.
totally into dressing up my dog. She is going to be a pumpkin for Halloween.
Is she going to participate?
Oh, she's going to participate whether she likes it or not. I don't care. She really doesn't like it on her back because it's one of those things that like velcros around her. Because I found it at Target and it was 40% off. I said she has to be a pumpkin. It's either that or a spider. But I'm like, it's her first Halloween. She got to be a pumpkin.
That's so first Halloween coded. Love that. Thank you all for sending in your pictures and videos. We love each and every one of them. We'll continue to show them throughout our newscast and especially right here on Fox 10 Live at 3. We've got more news coming up for you after the break. And Hannah has got a Tasty Tuesday treat, and we also have an extra special treat coming on our show with us for that.
We do. You're just going to have to stick around and find out who our special guest is. We'll be right back.
Committed to you. This is Fox 10 Live.
Our South Alabama Jags were looking for their first Sun Belt victory tonight as they take on the Arkansas State Red Wolves. We want to go back out to Hancock-Whitney where our Dacian Smith is there to preview tonight's big conference matchup. Dacian, an exciting night on campus. I see people behind you getting ready to tailgate. And you got a guess for us now. What's going on over there?
I do. There's a lot going on. There's a lot to get ready for. And to kind of break it all down with me, I want to welcome in Pat Greenwood, who's in charge of the broadcast operations here at South Alabama. Pat, thanks for joining me. You're usually up in the booth for these games, so this is going to be a little different for you, right?
A little different. So when Network's in town, I actually do radio sidelines, which is what I do. I do radio sidelines on the road for road games. But when we're home, ESPN Plus, then I'm in the booth. So yeah, a little different tonight, but I get to roam the sidelines of Hancock-Whitney tonight, which is going to be kind of fun.
Absolutely. And you've been around the team all year. You've traveled with them on the road, so you've kind of seen even more than I have. 1-5, not the ideal start to the season, but still have some of our goals ahead of us, right?
We do. I mean, you want to go to a bowl game, obviously. We can win out and go 7-5, so that's always a possibility. The thing is, and it's been frustrating, I know, for Jags fans, but it's been no more frustrating than it is for those players in the locker room and the coaching staff as well, because we don't have a 1-5 team. I know on paper, yes, we do, but we've seen us play against Tulane and against North Texas and against Auburn. We've seen us play to a level that should be able to hang with other teams, and then we've seen us play down against Coastal Carolina. Had a tough game last week against Troy, and that one went to overtime, and Troy looks to be a pretty good team. But it's just a matter of we got to get out of our own way. We got to make the opportunities and then get out of our own way. And it feels like we just got to flip the switch. That once the switch is flipped, we're going to be just fine, and we're going to play to our ability. But again, a great opportunity tonight to do it against Arkansas State, a team that's pretty darn good as well.
And I remember head coach Major Applewhite talking, I believe it was after the Auburn loss, kind of like what he said there, just complimentary football. During this 5-game losing stretch, we've seen periods where the offense played up, the defense couldn't get a stop, or the defense is getting stops, but offense is inconsistent. What do they kind of need to do to get over that hump, play that complimentary football, and get out of this one with a win?
Well, again, I think just get out of our own way. We can't have the crazy penalties. We got to be able to keep control of the football. I think we did a pretty good job of that against Troy. But again, just stop making mistakes. In Coastal Carolina, we actually played a decent first half, and then in the second half there was about an 8-minute stretch where we just went off the cliff, and then it's hard to recover because now you're playing catch up. So if we just again play to our ability, and I really think that we are this close from becoming a really good football team, and we've got another opportunity to do it tonight. Arkansas State, again, is a team that Jalen Raynor's their quarterback, who is really, really good. We've had a history of having some issues with a running quarterback, and so that'll be a challenge, certainly, for our defense. But I really would like to see our offense open up things a little bit. Let's throw downfield a little bit, see what we can do. We got some good receivers. We got a good quarterback. Obviously, our run game has been solid the entire year, but it's just a matter of putting it together. That's much easier said than done, because I know that if the coaches had that formula, they'd be, we'll do that now. But I'm excited about the chance that we have tonight, and again, in a national television audience. That means a lot for us specifically because we're on ESPN Plus at minimum on every game, and that's just a streaming service. If people aren't aware of ESPN Plus, it's just like Netflix. You don't go to the Netflix channel, you stream Netflix, right? So that's what ESPN Plus is. But tonight, it's a national television audience on ESPN2. People are flipping through the dial. What is this South Alabama? What are they all about? So you get that opportunity to get in front of the country on a night when there's no other college football going on. So this is a tremendous chance for us tonight.
all eyes on us. And if the Jags can put it together, they'll come out with their first conference win of the season. Thank you, Pat. And
Thanks,
again, kickoff is at 6:30 tonight. Much more on this game coming up at Fox 10 News at 4 and 5. So we'll see you then.
All right, if you are heading to the football game, it's going to be beautiful conditions out there. We're going to have sunny skies and then a clear sky overnight. Let's take a look at our evening planner. 5 o'clock, we have 84 degrees for a temperature. Then 7 o'clock, we get back down into the mid-70s. Clear skies overnight. Then 9 o'clock, 68 degrees. So we'll cool down. Morning lows tomorrow, though. I did want to point out we're still going to see that cooler start to our day. Mid-50s in our more inland spots. We have 56 in Chatham, 55 in Monroeville. As we get closer to the coastline, we're going to be approaching that 60-degree mark. We have 60 for a low in Mobile, 57 in Molino, 61 in Navarre, and 57 in Pascagoula. Tomorrow, basically copying and pasting the forecast today. A warm afternoon, a cool start to the day, 87 degrees for a temperature, 0% chance for rain, but we do have a wind shift out of the east around 6 miles per hour, so that's why we get to see more of that dry air in the forecast. As you make your way out the door, definitely going to want a jacket to start off the day, but you're going to want to take it off by the time we get into the afternoon. 63 degrees by 8 a.m., then already 80 degrees by 11 a.m. with plenty of sunshine out there. Forecast highs tomorrow in the upper 80s. Some of us could be seeing 90 degrees tomorrow. Definitely one of the warmer days this week for our Wednesday, so do keep that in mind. Forecast dew points will consistently stay in the upper 50s, where we're starting to get back into the 60s. A little bit of moisture is starting to get introduced into the forecast. So if you're wanting to head to the beach, we have a low risk of rip currents over the next 3 days with plenty of sunshine. One thing I want to make sure you have is some sunscreen on hand, though, because UV is going to be high over the next 3 days.
Hey, we're in the kitchen for Tasty Tuesday with our special guest and our sweet treats as well. And Hannah and Steve, this guy came from you guys, so I'm going to let you kind of talk about it.
So if you watch us on the weekends, we anchor together during the mornings, and we always talk about how we're hungry because it's like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, oh, Steve, I really want some chocolate chip pancakes. And he looked at me like I had two heads. He's never had chocolate chip pancakes before, so last night I made chocolate chip pancakes just for my sweet Steve Alexander over here to try, because I just feel like it's illegal to not have a chocolate chip pancake before.
I've had them before. I literally had them on Sunday morning. My fiance cooked them for me, and so we ate them. And so to hear that you had not had these before, Steve?
Chocolate chips going cookies. I have never heard of chocolate chip pancakes.
Well, and I also brought him some blueberries too, because he loves toppings. What I've heard from him is he likes to put everything on top of his pancake, but has never had anything in his pancake. So we're gonna have to test that out today, see what he thinks as well. I heated these up before the break, so they might be a little bit cold.
Ooh,
but
pass the syrup, yeah.
So sometimes you can put syrup on them. I say syrup. And sometimes they don't need syrup because of the chocolate.
I don't think they
really
need syrup, just because, I mean, I had these last night, so I know exactly how they taste. All right, y'all ready?
Ready? Let's go.
All right.
You were right. They're delicious.
Yes.
Right? And it's National Dessert Day, and we have chocolate in our pancakes. I mean, it's just a great Tuesday.
Okay, I love the chocolatey goodness, Steve. Can you taste? Did you get some of that chocolate chips?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what do you do though? You mix the batter and you put them in.
Yes, so you make the batter, and then I just literally put a whole thing of chocolate chips in the batter. I'm not gonna lie, I am not stingy when it comes to chocolate chips. That is for sure. My family, we all love chocolate in literally any dessert you can think of. So if you don't like chocolate and you're in my family, usually we think you're adopted. So.
All right, will you be eating these again, Steve?
Yeah, I can't wait to finish these. Maybe we can bring some this weekend.
Oh,
Make
my
some
God.
more.
Already asking for seconds. All right, well, thank you guys. Thanks, Hannah, for cooking these. Thanks, Steve, for being a guest. We are out of time. We're going to eat these during the break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back into Fox 10 Live. Our Ashlyn Nichols is out at Bellingrath Gardens. They just announced something big, so let's go out to her and see what that's all about.
Yeah, hey Shelby, it is a big day here at Bellingrath Gardens. They just announced the Master Centennial Plan. That really is the next vision of how the gardens will grow and flourish over the next century. Now, the press conference just wrapped up a few minutes ago, but I want to bring in Olivia Garrett with Bellingrath Gardens. Olivia, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
So it's a huge day here at the gardens, a historical one for sure. Can you briefly recap what this plan will be?
Yeah, so it's our bold vision to take us into the next 100 years.
Absolutely. And I know that there are 3 major takeaways, 3 big projects that are happening at the Gardens. What are those?
They are. We are starting with the historic core, and that's going to be giving elevation and improvements to those parts of the garden that everyone loves and knows.
Very good. And also there will be a family and children's area as well. I know lots of folks will be excited for that.
There will be. That's probably our boldest part of the plan, and it's going to be just great for kids to get outside and enjoy nature and to see something different that they've never seen at Bellingrath before.
Absolutely. This is such a pinnacle in our community. Why is it so important to preserve the Gardens for the next 100 years to come?
Because we've been here for about 100 years, and we're beating down the door of the centennial. And you know, Walter and Bessie love this community, and they just wanted to share what they invested in nature and beauty and elegance. And so we're really just, you know, investing in the future of Mobile.
For sure. And last but not least, I know you guys are hitting the ground running. You said work on the historic core starts tomorrow.
Oh yes, I mean we are sitting in workshops tomorrow with our designer, our nationally acclaimed garden designer. So it's exciting.
So many exciting things. So too little of time to talk about everything, but we'll have more on Fox 10 News at 5. Olivia, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you so much.
Shelby.
All right, Ashlyn, very exciting there. She's going to have more coming up, as she mentioned, and we're going to have more coming up too on Fox 10 News at 4 and 5. But those pancakes were delicious.
Oh my gosh, I was so happy to see Steve's smile on his face, but apparently he's already asking for seconds for this weekend, so I better get in the kitchen, you know?
I know. You stayed up late, and thank you so much for making those for us.
Of course.
Chocolate chip pancakes are the best. Thank you for joining us on Fox 10 Live today. We'll see you tomorrow.